Like, I gotta tell you guys, I was watching this guy who went to heaven and hell. And they sent him back. Oh, I don't believe that. Well, listen to the guy. You may believe him. He's not lying. It's one of my... You think I have superpowers? Well, not many of them around here, but I know whether someone's lying or not. We all have that ability, but I really am good at it. Hey guys, just showing you my face just for 1 second. Not that you needed to see it. How are you guys? So check this out. So not every day for me is so perfect. You know what I mean? It's not, I have hard days. This one is top 10. Not hard, but like just not being here. Let me get rid of this. Not being able to get it accomplished. Like, because I had to take the bike because of where I'm going. I have these places, you know, where I'm ready to. I've been waiting, even on my old bike where I couldn't get. Roads that are washed out. You know, they literally have like 20-foot drop-offs. I just went down one. I didn't even pull my camera out. It was just ridiculous. I came back up. One of the big issues with the XR, it has a very small gas tank. This thing only goes like 85 miles. So it's very dangerous in a sense to be where I go. It's because you can run out. So that it's not. I mean, dangerous might not be the word. You know, it could be because you'll end up sleeping out here. You're gonna have a long walk. No one's gonna come up here. I'll show you why. This is why. No one's been up here yet either. This year I do it every single year. I think I've shown you the same shot, except I was on the truck. So what I did was I finally gave up. I'm like, you know what? It's not happening today because I push it too early. Someone has been up here this year. Not very far though. You can only go up a little further. I have an amazing place right here that you guys have seen. We may take a peek. There's snow in there. I can walk in there, but it's amazing. So it's a little early here. Oh, they got 3 new ones. 4. Though, you guys, that was not there last year. Right there. I promise. Right there. Look at this. They did this. You guys, that was not there. Oops. That was not there. Oh, you guys have a new little spot here. You guys, look at the ground. And there, you can just see it. It's all pine trees and mulch. Like newly disturbed. Look, let me show you why. Ooh, look at your little spot in there, you guys. These aren't the guys where I expect Matt. Look at the trident. I have never seen that trident before. These are not the guys I expect to get activity from today. But some of my best days have been because they have rules on the road. They have to be careful. Oh, I'm gonna go right there. I'm going right in there. So let me show you something. So this is one of my favorite places, and probably one of the most. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. One of the most interesting places ever found this close to any kind of a road. Now I'm about 7 miles in, just from the closest paved road, and even that paved road is remote, and then you got to drive out. So it's pretty. Look at that. I'm walking right underneath that X. All right, so maybe so what I was working up to was, look at the trident. This is a very special place. That I apologize. This is not the video I wanted to do today, but I think it'll be better than nothing, right? Like I'll just put it up. I kind of want my videos. Like I don't want to put up a terrible video and then someone is like, oh, I'm not watching this guy. He sucks. It's like, well, you should watch another one. I can't always this time of year get where I need to yet. Look at the X's, you guys. This is a special place. They are active. Look, did you see the inside of that? There's like at least 3 feet of snow right there. Sorry about the blur. I don't know what's going on. They could be near. Most likely. But some of these guys are big. I don't think I've ever recorded a sound from them or a wood knock right here. Maybe once. It's very, very difficult here. But let's see what happens. I want to see if I can get some more timestamps from these guys here. I'd be really curious to see if you guys can get that as we get in there. It's different. It's one of the confusing things about this. It's not one thing. If this is where we didn't know about deer and this is where they hung out, we'd figure it out pretty quickly. These guys are just as smart as us, if not smarter. They certainly have knowledge of this earth we don't. So like, in a sense, that makes them smarter. And they know everything about us and everything about themselves. So they are smarter. And I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's go this way. This has all been, I'm just kind of looking. See? Like it's dry. Like they've been in there. I'm not sure why my camera's going blurry. Look at that structure. They did that too, right there. Look at that thing. I said we go right in there. So half of it's my excitement and wanting to do it, and the other half is because I want to keep, whoa! Whenever that happens, it really hurts my spine and my neck and every other part of my body because I'm old. Look at this. All right, let's start over. Check this, right by the road, you guys. They're not hiding. If they were hiding, they wouldn't put that at the road. You know what I mean? They would never do anything to ever take a chance of being caught. It's that they're right there for you to get to know and to learn. You just need to develop your own relationship. Do you know how many people have done this and have accomplished this? You know how many thank yous I get because of that? Look, that's where that tree was. That tree, oh no, that one's just missing. That one came from right there. Look what they did to it. And it's right by that, in case you're questioning it. Look at that. I might actually, we'll see, this might be a longer video than I thought. I'm getting vibes, okay? I don't know if they're what they're doing yet. Like snow just melted here. Actually, this snow is new. That just got there. The other day it was snowing like crazy for 2 days, especially up here. This is probably about what they got here. Right there, that's all new. And then the big deep piles are old snow, but anything new like that, this is all new. So they have probably been in here. I'm looking for footprints of anything. So far, not even like a bird or like a squirrel or something. They could be in Little Bigfoot universe. Oh, look at the hut. You guys, they do this everywhere back here. Look at that. Yes, believe it or not, it's not natural. These are strategically placed throughout this forest. I've never seen this before. Oh yeah, it's all inside. There's a hole inside. Look how they told you. Look. It's all off the ground. Completely off the ground. Look at that. Like, why do this right here? You know what I mean? Because this is a spot. That's why. Big time. Look as you go through. Look at the wood as you go past this right here. Back there. I don't know why I'm blurring, but I am. Look at that hut. Inside. Is he in there? He can't be. I don't see any footprints. I don't see any disturbances on this ground. Oh, you know what? You won't see it. Look. You can't see it. No wonder I don't see anything. Plus, it's been frozen before today. Well, maybe the last couple days up here, it's been below. But at night, man, it goes down. It's below freezing here every night still. Look at this. I've never been here before. I go that way. I'm going this way today, so let's do something new. At worst case, I'll show you some of their world, and maybe you'll get some good timestamps. Maybe I'll see one. Maybe we'll get something on video. I don't know, but it normally doesn't happen here to me. I film them all the time in Little Bigfoot Universe, which is connected to this in a sense, but it's about a half a mile to a mile that way. I'm not going to go there because I could drive closer. Wow. You guys, I didn't know you had this like this back here. I think they did this recently. I don't know. I've never been exactly right here. Look at this. This is, look at how it's squared, you guys. Look at that. Trees are all bent. Look, it's a bent, it's a twisted, oh my God. It's definitely the border for this side. This tells me, see, I know how to read all this. 100%. This tells me it could be something else, but if you go any further, you're out of their area. That's a giant trident field gold. Whoa, I got that. Did you hear that? There's no wind at all. None. Something moved over there. Look at this. You guys, look at this. I'm walking over because there's an incredible X here. It's right there. Look at it. It's all twisty and bendy, and it fits in right where it should. Like you bought it at Walmart. Look at that. Imagine Walmart sells X's one day because of me. Well, because of us. It's such a group effort here, you guys. Yes, I'm the one out here. I'm the one that's got some spots and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean anything without you guys. It's meaningless. It doesn't mean, same with, if you think about it, any other skill in the world. You could be the best at anyone. Without people there to help you, I'm not saying I'm the best, I'm saying hypothetical. To help you, without other people to appreciate it and help you and support you, there is no you. There is nothing. You know what I mean? You can be the best baseball player in the world. If you don't play baseball, or if no one sees you play it, what's the point? You're only going to enjoy it so much. Be like, oh man, I hit that ball so far. It doesn't mean anything until you know your girlfriend saw you hit that ball that far. Now you feel better. You know what I mean? I'm a terrible analogy giver. Look at that. Ooh, same thing, Brandon. Look, it's got the ears. And everyone else that gets the ears. Look, Chris, you know, Chris C. By the way, there's, just so we're clear, Chris Kramer, there's 2 Chris Kramers. Okay, I am active with 2 Chris Kramers. I'm not sure if, I know I've said it to one of you, I can't remember. Wait. These dudes are all big. You know they're big. All right, well. Look at this hidden world back here. What do you guys do back here? They did all this. Look, it's all packed down right here. We'll see when they get back in here because there's no person. If I laid right there, no one would ever find me again in the history of the world. Now, if I was missing, you know, and they found my bike and they were looking, maybe because, you know, I'm not that far, but like, and hypothetically, like, I believe no person will ever walk right by there again. And probably never has. That's why they know where these places are. No one goes off trail in Colorado. Nobody. Unless they're doing something like this. Look at this. Look at this hidden little find back here. I had no idea this existed. All right, let me start over right here, okay? Watch, I won't even move the camera. Okay, what is this? Focal point. It's a beauty of the area. It's that they're around. Let's put it that way. That looks really weird. I mean, whether they're around now, I don't know yet. They always are, but whether they're here now, they might be lower. It might be a little bit chilly here. I'm not sure. You know, I make up some of that stuff. I am noticing they can be anywhere and any temperature. Is it more comfortable to be in a nicer environment? I would assume yes. I mean, this is a common sense. We got to go to the other side. I find that really unusual that the one tree that's broken over there that broke, like, it's still alive, like yesterday. It is so funky looking on the base because they want that. They can be like in that. It's crazy. We're gonna go over to that. Some kind of like snow melt, like natural spring snow melts coming down from the mountain. I'm at about, look at the leaning trident. Whoa. I'm so hurt right now. It doesn't stop me. I'm strong. Like, I can go and do anything, but I'm hurt. You know, it hurts like crazy. I just ignore it. Are they not here? Oh. I saw something moving. It was a squirrel. See, I just want to go see what's going on over there. I got an X on a hill. Probably nothing, but let me get over there. Did you guys ever see that doorway I filmed into the snow? It was a made round gnome door. I'll go back to where that is. If it's there again, well, I know it's them because it couldn't be anything else. Look at that X right there. Field goal into a trident. Always look at the tridents. If a trident is standing up and down perfectly, it's a marker. If it's leaning, check behind it. Look at this place back here. I did not know this existed. I really thought I knew this back here because I had been all over there. There's a beautiful bird right there. Look at this, you guys. Look. Can we see them here? I don't know. A giant X. That's a giant. It's not possible. Everything's an X here. Look at the trails that walk right to that. See, why would they make this giant structure? Oh, I have been here. I came down here once. I saw that from the corner, but I've never been that way. So let's walk in there. That's going to be good. I know what's up that way, just a few hundred yards. It's really good. I'm not going there, but I know they're there, and I've had incredible experiences with them there. So they got to be right here. And if they're not, someone's watching. Someone knows I'm here. Look at this. There's no way to get here the way. Oh, wow. You guys, this is big. You know, there's always something. I'm not saying this is the most exciting thing, but this is pretty interesting. You guys, there's not a bone left. Why is it under the structure? Is that a coincidence or is that them? There's no way to walk in here. If I came the other way, I never would have made it in. Look at that. Look at, I don't know if you can see it, but you got to see this X that's back there. It's a perfect X, like I'm standing right in the middle of them. Remember, this isn't the video I wanted to do today. There's hardly a bone left. That's the only bone I see right there. I'm not trying to, I know the girls are like, oh, poor baby. Yeah, that's all part of nature. I find it very strange that this is under the only giant structure around here. I just heard something. But if I was going to place a bet, like if someone's like, listen, you got to bet on this. I need to know, what's your bet? Did they do it or did an animal do it? You know, I got to say animal, because they wouldn't leave that there like that. Not one little piece of that deer has been wasted except the fur and one of his legs, which, is there a frog up this high, this cold? You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's real wet. It must have happened on top of the snow. There's another leg. The meat is just gone. Another leg there. Where's the head? You know what I mean? Like, where's the head of the deer? Cat got it? Coyotes cleaned it up, maybe? That's the only thing I can think of, because the cat would never have taken every single bone. He just wouldn't. They usually, plus cats typically drag it somewhere at us, like, you know, in the bushes or something like that, or under a tree is a big deal. So that kind of qualifies, I guess, but I just think that's interesting. Sorry to dwell. I don't think they did that. They wouldn't leave it like that. They just wouldn't leave it like that. All right, let me look around. An optical illusion. Remember when I was showing you across the thing and I'm like, that's so weird, that's like that? It was literally at a perfect angle where I could not see how big it was actually was the whole thing. A strange hole. Could have been a rock. This is all them right here. You can see everything is them. There's teepee structure right there. See all those? Those are all loose. All the dead ones, they're all loose and just stuck there. You can just pull them right out of the ground. They always go in the same depth, like a couple inches, sometimes 4 inches. You just pull it right out. What do you guys do here? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand this place, like, because I can't see where, like, you go. That structure must be something. There's definitely a beaver here, or used to be. All right. Thanks for wasting 20 minutes of your life. Because, you know, this is an arguable situation. I don't think so anymore because of that. I really don't. Whenever you see anything else involved in it, it's probably them. Although this is a very, very shallow-rooted thing on a river. It probably blew over. It just fits right into their situation. I don't know, you know. That one's tough. Because we're being where we are, and most likely that was from wind. Look at this. It's a wallow. I can't figure this place out. It's all nighttime. There's an amazing place a half a mile up that hill. I got more walking. Like it's an animal or it's one of them. Just like real heavy and then stopped. I hear it all the time. I don't always tell you. Not all the time, but I mean a lot. Because they're like adjusting or doing something or moving in to see me, then I end up turning around and going towards where he moved closer. Then he has to go like back or something. It happens too much. It can't be an animal because they don't leave. They don't go too far. Let's go up there. I heard something right there, so let's go up there. Since we're on the backup plan. All uphill. Every one of those lemurs goes away and stretches from far away uphill. Yes, look at this place. They must be big. See, when you find some of those intricate structures, like unbelievable, undeniable stuff, sometimes I feel like those are where the smaller ones are. And then when you see these giant scale bends, I always assume, what the hell? All right, so they're right with me. There's no doubt about it, because they're making other noises. It's so abrupt and so quick, and always while I'm speaking. Look at the triangle, you guys. Watch this, though. What I'm about to show you will confirm everything you're seeing right now. These are big boys. Come on, let me see you today. I'll turn the camera off, okay? I really need to see you today. These guys will believe me. I will tell them. Or I won't tell them. You have to tell me what to do. I don't know. Whether They just want you to get to know this stuff. Look. All right, looks like more of a teepee structure, but so it's all marked. Here's a giant anthill, right? They mark them. This isn't the dirt piles. This is an actual anthill, active, always marked. I think they eat ants. I'm not kidding. I have one place where, remember where the guy stomped the ground next to me and I freaked out and ran? They have the most marked giant ant farm you've ever seen. See, they did it. It's marked. There's a leaner over the ant farm. There's your X. I showed you the wallows. And then look at this. This is all theirs there too. Right here. You just kind of know how to see it among the chaos. All right, I'm going to have to go sit down. Look at that fence. Look at that one. All right, this is good. I'm going to hang on here. I'm missing somewhere. I didn't know you could be in here. I did, but I didn't think this was here. Look at that. That's a good sign, you guys, right there. That's a really good sign right there. Okay, let me be quiet. I'm going to go over this giant structure and just chill out. Look at that. Look how it's hooked. Right on the right spot. Just like always here. Ants. I'm telling you, I don't talk about it much, but they mark the ant hills. Take it for what you will. What's interesting about it's ugly, but what's interesting about all this is that none of them came from there. Like these big trees aren't where they came out of the ground. That one looks like it is, but it's not. Look, this is all theirs. Look at the ground, you guys. Look at the ground versus over there. Nowhere turns to dirt unless something makes it dirt. So here's where they're chilling. And this is where I'm chilling, right here. You can see it, it's all there. I would never make it up or lie to you. Especially in this boring video. Look over here. In fact, that's what I'm gonna call this. Oh, I found it. Okay, good, thank God. This is it, because watch. So that tree did come out of there, that tree did get pushed over there, but look how it's all in like clumps and stuff. There's another section there. Look at the arch in the middle. There's got to be a seat. If that arch is in the middle like that, that means there's seats there. Guaranteed. Look at this little area. All right, so this is good. And this is, believe it or not, maybe not for some of you. You might be like, oh, you've done better videos, Mark. Well, let's see your Bigfoot video first of all. And secondly, you couldn't make one. Thirdly, I don't know what the third, I forgot what I was talking about. Look over there. No, it's not because I smoke. It's not because of pot, because I don't smoke pot. There's nothing to do. You think I'm high right now? You're out of your mind. Look at that. Like, yeah, I drove my motorcycle up to 10,000 feet. It's actually like 9,500 here. Baked out of my mind, and then I'm going to speak on the video for you and try to make you come back. High? I don't think so. Come on, guys. Right underneath the X. There's incredibleness in there. So, you know what? That's not too bad right there. Is there cool things in the video? Yeah, but I still feel like it's boring right there. Nothing has happened. I don't have my excitement. That's what it is. Notice the difference in the videos? When I start freaking out, they become good videos. It's like they feed off my excitement. I don't have that here. I've filmed in this area at least 10 to 15 videos over 4 or 5 years. Not here, but like within a mile or two of here. And nothing. Oh, that's not true. We got a snowball. Me and Jen got a snowball thrown at us, and right from above us. He was right above us. They love her, but not like on the camera. Where I did have that on the camera actually, but not like vocals and stuff. All right, so they have this. So you can't get in there. You guys see how far I've got to go? It's way back there. I can't get in there. You know, within reason. I just want to be able to walk in there. Here's the fence. This guy owns like 100,000 acres. It's some non-profit company right here. See how they lay it down? So people will come right here. Just them. They come in from that way. Because in Little Bigfoot Universe, is on their property, and I sneak in there. And they do this every year, so it's all the way down. So they'll be here soon to do that. I don't know why they bother here. There's no people here. But they have miles and like literally 20 miles of that fence. I don't know why. There's no one out here. Look how clean this is right here. Come on, you guys, like, eat me for dinner or something. I need a good video here. I just have to be able to film it. And I got to be home by 7. Just kidding. Seats. Here's the seats. I knew it. Right there. They're all active. Look how disturbed the seats are, you guys. Look at the color change in the seats. I told you, I'm going inside where it's all blocked. Here's their spot. A lot of them sit there. You can see it. It's just disturbed everywhere. It's not elk. It's not deer. It's them. Okay. Elk and deer. It's all uphill. You can just see it. Any of you guys I know can just see that. You don't even have to, I'm not even going to talk because you know. I'm not going to say anything. You know what? That concludes our excitement for this little spot. That's all I can do here. Again, I was going to just not show you a video at all today, so I apologize if you can see there's an X on the ground over there. I can't see it, but it is over there. Look how they fence it. This is another pond. There's another pond down there. There's like frogs in there. I didn't think there'd be frogs. It was this cold out. It's not cold now, but it's cold here at night. Today's the first day it's been this nice here. I'm actually beginning to sweat right now. There's an interesting pond down there. It's all marked. What the hell was that? Look at the size. You guys, that thing is like 50 feet in the air. I'm not kidding. I really can't go that way. It's going to get me. I'm starting to dive this way. I got to go way that way. And if I get down in here, it means I have to walk way far back uphill. But let's get it just enough. Look at this, you guys. This is really, you know why this is cool? Just for Colorado Bigfoot, because I've never really filmed like an exact situation like this before. I really don't think you'll see them here. I don't even know about timestamps. We'll see. I'll be shocked. Now, if it's like pareidolia, like I don't want to see it here. But if it's really good, like Mark, look at that, then I want to see it. I mean, I'll see them all, but I'm looking for like where I know 1,000% what's here. Look at this, you guys. They did all this right here. Look at, there's two. One's above it off the ground, and then they meet and sit on top of each other. The one, wait till I show you that freaking thing. You guys, look at this. This has all been done recently. Oh, there's footprints there. Look at this. Guys, look in there. It's all fences. It's not deadfall. It's all together. Look at that. It all is chopped. It looks like there's a footprint right there. It's like the side of a footprint right there. You see it? You can see it on the camera. You can see the toe. Look at the toe right there. One toe. You see a lot of one toes. I think it's because the others don't touch always. Right there. There's one or two right there. And then check this tree. Look at that. How is that possible? I'm trying to think even naturally how they couldn't. It goes all the way, and then the fact that it goes down into the water and then meets other structures and then it goes back out of the water, it's pretty cool. They did that. Hey, if I lived here, me and you would have a problem after about 2 days. I'm talking to the frog, because I would start to lose, because that's all you hear. Like, eventually it would just be you against the frog. I really can't figure out where these guys are. You guys see what they've done here? Look how there's so many twos together. Like, it's impossible. Like, and they're all tridents. like in together and then like up in the air. That one, I swear that's 30 feet off the ground. Something like that. Without a foot of exaggeration. 25 maybe? But that's up there. I have never quite seen that. I have seen where they took an entire tree, about that caliber actually, a pretty big tree, and then just took it completely out of the ground, flipped it upside down, stuck it in the ground, and the stump was all the way up in the air. I filmed it in the wintertime with Callie. By the time I got there in the summer, the tree was gone. Completely missing and gone. Unbelievable. That's on video. It's a tree. It's impossible. So what does a regular person say to that? What does their Netflix knowledge tell them about that and make them so sure of themselves, their self-justified selves? See, I don't self-justify, guys. I know I'm an idiot. I know I make mistakes, and I fess up to all of them. And I know I'm a good person. And I ask God every single day to please help me be better. Please, like, make me the person that I'm supposed to be. That's the way I am now, since I've been doing this. I never would have, maybe I had moments, but like they say, I think God's getting a little tired. The only time he hears from you is when you need him, and it's really time for this whole world to start really processing who they are, where they live. Sorry about this, you guys. It's all them, but there's no excitement today at all. Today was a tough day for me. Like, I just couldn't get it done. I first got to the motorcycle. I'm like, my chain is like really loose. I'm like, how is it loose? It's brand new. So I had to tighten the chain. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me stop at the motorcycle guy because I got to make an appointment because it's going to be 600 miles. So any new motorcycle, there's usually a 500 to 600 mile service. Any bike. On the XR, it's minimal. It's just basically an oil change. Check some valves, things like that. These spots. See what it is here? This place isn't that. I would never film this for you again. I would never do it. But these spots will look much cooler in a little while. It's still basically the winter here. They don't have, the summer here is like maybe 2 months. And you'll start to see where there's, so if that was all disturbed and it was round, you'd be like, oh, it's cool. But we're not seeing that yet. I did see it behind me in that mulch area. That had been all sat in. All right, enough's enough. See, when I see this, there's a difference. Let me explain. Now, I'm only talking to the people that watch me all the time, okay? Or that understand the rocks that I show. This isn't them. It's right in the middle of them. But they didn't do this. I can tell immediately. When I show you a rock and I said they did that, they did it. Okay, trust me on that. I'm going to show you where they didn't do it. In my opinion, I don't think they did. I think this is a bear. You can see each one has just literally been moved. He's looking for. This is a bear. Okay. So when I tell you it's them, believe me, I'll never tell you it's something that's not. You would rather just hear me tell you the truth, wouldn't you? That's all I do, is tell you the truth. And today, there's not even anything to tell you because nothing happened. I am curious. I do want your help on this because I am curious. I'll be a little surprised if you get timestamps on this one. Like a rock solid, ironclad timestamp. I'll be shocked. Because I didn't feel anything, and I didn't see anything, and I didn't hear anything. I got movement. That's just blatant. It's just too blatant. Like I got noises where they're just like adjusting and stuff. It had to be them, because I couldn't put my hand in the Bible and say that it was, but besides that, nothing. So they're around. But in my opinion, after being here so many times, they don't really want to. They're not looking for me to be hanging out here too long. Because if they were, they would have done something. Or their rules prevent it completely. Each section have rules. You'll find that out one day, I promise you. Their punishments are much more severe than ours. That's why they're held so flawlessly. It's like biblical place. These are big dudes, I'm telling you. I don't know what they are, but they're big. I don't think they're Sasquatch. I really don't believe they are. Because they would do something. Where I go, where my Bigfoots are, where the special ones are, something's going to happen. Even if I can't show it on the camera, which I usually can, they're going to do something, and I'll tell you, and you'll know because I'll be half mental. Like all excited or zapped out of my brain. Some guys like, who said that? I forgot who wrote the message. I didn't forget you, but I just forgot who actually wrote it. But this morning, and they were like, Mark, I'm worried about how many times you got zapped in there. I'm like, yeah, me too. It's probably why I'm like in mid-conversation half the time. I'm like, what was I talking about? I have no idea. There is some influence. Now, do I know if it's telepathy? Or is it energy? So if we're connected to energy, but we just don't know the connection because God detached us or whoever, blatant, then it's very possible we're just red up there in the energy, or wherever the energy is. I always feel like it's up. But that's probably from watching movies too. They know everything. I am really beginning to believe it's not just telepathy. Now, there's ones that can control you. I've had it where he's right in front of me. He's the guy's arm, his hand out. He's sitting on a log, and there's a couple different times, and he's just going like this to me. Like he's controlling me with his hand. Like, I don't know to what ability. It might just be so I can't see them, something like that. I'm not sure. But they have abilities, which I believe they just use with the other part of their brain with, even though it's a different brain. It's the same idea. And then, so via some sort of telepathy / energy, that's why they all know each other. There's been too many connections, you guys. Wait till I go into that. Even the other people too, like these amazing connections, like people like Mark, they told me to help you, things like that. I'll be like, what? I'm not going to agree to that because just so I get money. But at first, but then I was like, what the hell? And then someone else said it to me, and someone else, and then like some lady was telling me that she's like, she can speak to them. She's like, Mark, I asked them about you and if everything you say is true, and they said about 85%. Like, this is like in another state 1,000 miles away from here. They all know us. Not just me, you too. If you're involved with this, believe me, they're in your backyard. They know. I don't care if you're in the middle of New York City. They know. And I forgot what I was saying. Look at that thing. You know what it is? That's why I forgot. Because I saw that. I'm like, what the hell? Besides, anything I'm saying isn't really that important. Typically. Look at these hidden spots. With footprints that go to them. Yes, that's good. Look at this thing here, right? Is field with the retarded. There's a bend behind it. I haven't been trying for timestamps because I don't think there is any. See how they're all making noise back there? You hear that? The crickets, they wouldn't be they would stop. If those guys were in there doing their thing, there wouldn't be one sound. There would be no crickets, there'd be no bird, there'd be nothing. Everything goes quiet. I've shown it to you many, many times. I'm like, it's way too quiet. They shut down the whole forest. You don't hear anything at all. Nothing. It just stops immediately. So in my opinion, there's no way they're in there. Look at that X. Holy shit, that's over the pond right there. So here's the pond up here. I'm coming in, I went way up that way and came down this way. It only took me like an hour. I don't even know if it's been that long, 45 minutes, yeah, about an hour maybe, to do my little loop there. I sat down as well. You guys, that's a giant X, field gold and a trident as you approach the pond. Okay, so this kind of thing, whether you think it's boring or not, is very important. Remember, I'm conditioning people like, they don't understand that I have thousands of people that are taking in every word and repeating what I'm saying and getting the same results I am. And that's what I'm after, because one of those people, whether it's me or one of them, are going to stumble upon something one day, and we're going to do it again, and we're going to do it again and again and again and again, or make the right connection, and that's the advantage. And they won't do it to you until you get far enough down the line. You have to know this. I'm telling you right now. You've got to know it's all a knowledge-based thing. It's up to us to figure it out. You guys see that? What the F word? No, I don't say that word anymore. I try not to. Why would you? It's stupid, you know. I'm just like, I like that word though. Not the 4-letter, but like if you're hurt, like if you get hurt or something, it just works. But it's, you know, I think it's bad. I am. Look, man, I'm for God at this point in my life. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to do what I think is right. Not necessarily perfect that, but I'm going to attempt to do everything I think we're supposed to do as people. Like, you know, be good. Like, not curse. Not next time I'm gonna get out and literally shove my gun down someone's throat on the highway. I'm just gonna wave and say, "Oh, no problem. I forgive you." You know what I mean? Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. Look at that. That's a trident. Underneath's a big hole. Okay. Look. Look at all the sticks just sitting there like that. This is right on the other side of that pond. See, look. Why is it like that underneath an X and a trident? Always. It's a big dip. I don't know if you can see. Guys, look at that. You can't see the trident very well, but it's a beautiful trident. The only reason you can't see it is because of the angle, and there's a lot of branches on it, pushed uphill towards the pond. Your answer. So one person just asked me, would there be any fish or life in that pond? No, absolutely not. Except for these little frogs. There's no trout, no nothing in here. The beavers. It's called, you know, basically beaver fever. Beavers can carry diseases, and wherever they are. That's not true, because beavers can be around where lots of fish are, but high elevation, it's too cold. There's not enough nutrients and stuff to maintain fish. Could you put a trout in there and he would live? Yeah. But he'd have to get there somehow. And most likely not here. You can see how dirty it is. Well, I can see how dirty it is. Extreme amount of dirt around the pond. That's on top of sticks. Remember, animals don't put dirt on top of sticks. They put dirt on top of sticks. Here's the designs. No holes. All their signs. Not to mention that incredible X I didn't see the first time with the trident. There's another trident right there. Right next to the X and the trident and the seat underneath it, there's another one. Remember what I said about the tridents? Also, a gentleman said, "Mark, can you please finish what you said about the leaners?" Absolutely. Give me a little time because I want to get a good example. I think I said something about, but the leaners really, I think I did a video on leaners at one point or another, but now I'm really on top of the leaners. So I'll go into that one day for sure. There's another pond down there? What the hell? How are these here? I never knew they were there. Look, you can just see the water down there. It looks like it's much bigger and deeper. There's a lot of frogs. See, they're not over there. If they're over there, those things stop. You better believe those things see them. They're always, when you see a perfectly symmetrical X coming out of a live pine tree, it means they sit in there. It's not a marker for anything else. It tells you they're in there, okay? Are you serious? These are their structures in the water. Look at the two that go into the tree with the X. Okay, those two go inside that tree. And there's an X right there. It's their spot. And if that's not good enough, how about that? I would never have seen it. See, one thing always leads you to the next. By the way, shout out time. I'm not going to go into details. I just want to do a huge shout out to Mr. Pat B, my new buddy actually. Like, I'm really liking Pat. We haven't talked yet. We're going to talk this week, but we chat a lot, like text and stuff. But Pat really helped me out. So you guys, I've had this little thing with the IRS. I'm good. I mean, I filed. It wasn't like I didn't do my taxes. It was just that I hadn't paid them in time, and that was my fault. You know, I blame like the corona and like the extensions, and I'm absent-minded, and I'm always out here. But nevertheless, that's my responsibility. And so I haven't paid them or anything, but I made a payment, but they did accept me. It's one thing about keeping your credit, guys. Keep your credit up. It's work to do that, especially if you're not rich. It can really save you and really help you. So the IRS immediately approved me based on my credit, and I can make payments now. But the thing is, I'm doing 2020. It's just going to keep doubling and tripling, and I'll end up defaulting or something. So anyway, so Pat gave me a nice donation. The second one is they're not that either one is more important. My guy who I just love. I don't know why. I was literally thinking about this guy, right? Bruce W. Like that morning, I could have been thinking about 1,000 people, and I was thinking, for some reason, it's not him. I was thinking about him, but more of what he showed me, like his property and what was happening. So it was more I was thinking about his situation. Like, I don't know why. It just came to my head out of a billion situations. I was literally processing Bruce's because he has real Sasquatch. Like, there's real Sasquatch. I've seen it with my own eyes. And that's special to be around. Then, Bruce had already sent me actually a donation, and I didn't know it. But it was just like, and then that night, what is that up there? And then that night, I saw a notification, and it was Bruce from PayPal who really kicked in. It's not the first time Bruce has helped me extra. Bruce is on Patreon already, but help me extra. Like, he just gets these, like, he just knows. Like, it's how it seems from over here anyway. He just seems to know when I'm really hurting. So anyway, long shout outs, but just thank you two very much. Of course, the same goes for, Kelly, and Kelly was there for me too. Kelly always is. Kelly, I have a couple Kellys, both Kellys actually. Other Kelly said she's gonna send me, Kelly D said she's gonna send me a little card, things like that. So I really appreciate you guys. And a million other people, Gail as always, and Terry, and I don't want to keep saying names because I'll miss one. And it might even be the most important, I love everybody. But those, I just really, let's just make it Bruce and Pat, because, and also John Guy. Love John. He's from England, and he helped me. He sent me $50 on Patreon, and really helped me. He's really helped me on Energy Overload. He gets pictures. He really has a beat on this. And I say these to these guys when they help me, thank you, because, it's easier to take money from. It's not easy for me, no matter what. But I'd rather get it from someone like John Guy or Pat B or Bruce. These are all people that know more than most people in this world about the subject. They literally live around it. Pat can talk to them and stuff. Bruce has them, oh my God, all around him. These are special people, and when they help you, it's different than just some person you didn't know who's like, Mark, I love your videos. Now, I need those help too. I love you guys just as much, but it's like an ultimate confirmation. Look at that right there. Because I don't have to, in other words, I don't have to feel like I have to prove anything to them. They know exactly. They only help me because I gotta shut up. There's that Ben X from this side. I'm literally backtracking 100 feet to the right. Forgot what I was saying. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'll never, ever forget your help. Ever. For the rest of my life, which could be 3 days, I will never forget any of you and the help. Rita, Lisa, that's the one I gotta, Lesa, Lisa. Love you. You are she's always there for me. Whenever something's bad, Lisa just shows up out of nowhere. She doesn't need it. She doesn't care. She's just there to help me. I just love her. She is a huge part. You guys are etched in my brain forever. Why? Because you gave me money? No, it's not about the money. It's it's the point that you cared. You know what I mean? It's not an excuse either. Oh, he really wanted the money. Yeah, but not like you think. Just so I could keep doing this. That's the only reason. You guys have never seen me buy anything. I've never bought anything. I did get the bike, but that was for this. I would never have bought that motorcycle ever if I didn't have to come up here. I just wouldn't. It's a stress-free bike, too. It costs less than my cell phone. Can you believe that? Well, not initially, because I'm having a tank put on it. I have to get a tank put on it. because I have no range. Look at this, you guys. So this is what it is here. Do your own analogy. You know, I don't know. They're just here. These are big boys. They just appear. As far as humans are concerned right now, that's all they do. They're just there. There's that hut, okay? Just give you an idea. I might put up an hour-long boring video. I might even call this. I might even say, don't watch this. Do not. I'll probably get more views that way. I'll be like, do not. You know what I mean? Like, do not watch this Bigfoot video. Like my funky. I have these great gloves I love. They're like, you know, those black gloves at Home Depot you can get. Look at that next to the hut, you guys. Did I even see it? I don't think I did. Look at that next to the hut. Still, though, like, I have convinced you 1,000% they're here, right? But, well, I mean, the people that watch me, I don't have to convince them of anything. But, and I just want to do this for you guys. I don't really want anybody. I do, like Pat. I shouldn't say that because all of a sudden I said that in the last video and Pat showed up. You know, people like that I do want because you're special in this. I don't not want anybody. I just don't want any grief. I don't want to have to explain something. You can ask me questions, I'll explain it, but I don't want to have to justify what I'm doing. We're so beyond that, you guys. We're 900 full documentaries into it, and none of them are as boring as this video. Look at this. Okay, check that out. Now, do you believe that's a hut? Mark, those are just bushes. Listen, man. I'll tell you what it is. This is for that way. Just around giant teepee structures. Look at that, you guys. It's this place actually isn't that boring. You know what would be good? Maybe if you mute me. Mute me on this one and then just watch like some of the structures. Like use your slide and kind of like, well, if you're still listening, this could be the end of the video, so, or towards the end, so too late. But you could use the slide and just slid through my monotonous. Look at that. Let me try to do this again. Look at this. So I was by here. It's an inside. And then I was zooming down this corridor. It's simply amazing with your eyes. Look. Look at all of their structures as you go down. It's all theirs. How do you know? Let me show you. I know this spot. Watch this. I wasn't going to show you, but that view down there is too good. Okay, so you have a white teepee next to it, which is basically a trident. Beautiful. Are you ready for this? And then you turn left. And one of the most amazing things in the world is right there. Them. These guys just sit like out by the road. Like the whole time I'm in there, he might just be sitting by my motorcycle. Like they actually go. I think they even go and the little ones sit on it and stuff. I'm not kidding. They go in my truck. Cassandra's filming in my truck. We got them so good. No pareidolia, like perfectly in my truck. I gotta go. I've never shown the world those pictures really. From 3 of those private property Bigfoot. Carlos, you were doing a bunch of those timestamps recently. Maybe you saw that. Oh, another shout out. Hugest shout out ever. Let me talk about Carlos for a second. You guys, look at that spot. What the? Let me talk about Carlos for a second. Carlos Santana, I call him. No, I don't call him that. Carlos M. from Puerto Rico. Okay, now, Carlos is a very successful videographer. He's the one that he films professional everything. Ricky Martin concerts, giant, commercials, you name it. He's the master. Those giant cameras they use, like he can rip those down, take them apart, knows exactly what it's made of, what's going on with any camera, knows what pictures are, knows what pareidolia is. Okay, but Carlos told me I changed his whole life with this and his family's life. And he's been all over this ever since, and he gets me some of the best timestamps I get, okay? Not to mention, I simply love you, Carlos. I want you to know that as a friend, okay? I actually love this guy. Like, if anything ever happened to Carlos, I would cry. Like, I love him. I'd cry anyway, because if it was any of you, but you know what I mean? Like, we would really... There's a lot of other people like that, don't get me wrong, that I would be devastated. But I'm just saying, like, just love Carlos. Carlos, thank you very much for being involved. What the hell? With me. I just, to have a friend like you is very rare. And I know me and Carlos have never hung out, you know, because he's in Puerto Rico, but we will one day. And I just know we'll have, you know, the best time. You know, I get, like, 2 Christmases ago, Carlos and his family sang me, you know, songs and, like, videoed it and sent it to me, you know, things like that. It's hard to come by a friend like that, you know, and he's a great guy. He's just a great guy. And so love you, Carlos. Thank you for being involved with me in this. What is here? Look at that. So there's an X there, right? They have this. Here's their little world to my right. It's amazing. So that's why it's confusing, because of everything I showed you, right? Right in there where I said, look, I was like, are you ready for this? And I turned this is like this crazy thing. That's right there, just right by those pine trees. And then there's nothing, you know, out in the middles and stuff, like, except for their ground connection. So they could, if they were in the middle and you walked by, they can just touch their foot and they're invisible. And then you got to go off to where it's all hidden. Here's one of their spots. Look at all the sticks. There's no aspen trees right here. They're all behind me. Those had to be brought there. Okay? There's no other possible way. And it's a spot. Look at that spot. I showed it to you before. Can I walk through here? Because I don't know. I need you guys to help me. Look at that. You know, some of this stuff, I'm never going to figure it out. You can be on Patreon for the next 50 years. I might not be able to tell. I might find out where they're from, who they are. We might have Thanksgiving dinner together, but I still may never know how they do that over there. Like, why? Like, in some places I think I will, and others I'll never get it. I'll just without them telling me, I'll just never understand it. There's no way to be sure unless they showed you or told you. Oh, look at this spot on the corner below it. So it's all this, look. So this is all part of this. Let's walk through here as little commentary as possible. Shut up, for Christ's sake. Seriously, for his sake. We need to give Jesus a break, Mark. I mean, if you're playing up there, you've got to shut up. Like, I gotta tell you guys, I was watching this guy who went to heaven and hell. And they sent him back. Oh, I don't believe that. Well, listen to the guy. You may believe him. He's not lying. It's one of my... You think I have superpowers? Well, not many of them are out here, but I know whether someone's lying or not. We all have that ability, but I really am good at it. It's just one of my... I always did well with psychology. Anything psychology related. It's the only thing I got straight A's in college in without even trying. I had to study because of the terms. Like functionalism and structuralism. Functionalism is the basic units of experience and the combination in which they occur. Or is that socialism? I can't remember. I think that's functionalism. Look at that. You guys. This got better than I thought. Right now I got a little nerve going. I don't know if I'm doing it to myself or they're watching me. Yes, look at this, okay? You just see it. That's an X. Follow it up. All right? It doesn't get any better than that. Hey, forgot about it, huh? Border, walkway. Watch what this leads into. Not to mention a walkway, okay? I mean, you can see the walkway, no matter what. See, this is theirs, 100%. Anytime you see a path, and you see the sticks come across, it's their path. Wow, am I hungry. All of a sudden, I haven't eaten all day. I didn't eat since yesterday. The only thing I have with me is one package of Nutter Butters, like 4 of them. it's the only food I have. That's it. That's the corner. So this is it. Then you come into here, right? Watch. Like I'm back. I didn't go far at all. I probably walked 2 miles, but I didn't go far. You know what I mean? I was always within like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the road. And I did more of like loops. I never went more than maybe, yeah, it probably was almost a mile that way straight. So maybe I did 3 miles. Who knows? I don't even keep track. Okay, so then you come in here and everything's changed. The ground is all, look, so it's all made so you can't make footprints. You're just running in here all the time, especially at night. You know what? I wouldn't mind a pine flavored snow cone. You better believe that's what that tastes like. Oh yeah. Really good. Except for the dirt. Then you come in here. Now watch. Oh, this video is over, but watch this, okay? This is what I don't get. This place should be the one all the way in the back where that giant wallow is. They put almost the most interesting stuff, the most blatant activity right at the road because it's always been there and the road drove right through it. They're not going to move it, okay? So that's one thing I'm tired of hearing is, I've said this a million times, my goodness, and there's nicest people, by the way, saying it. They weren't being, but Mark, oh my God, they're so close to the road. I said, no, okay? The road is close to them. Stop human processing. Look at the size of this X. There's the X. There's the impression. That's a hole. Well, you know, it's an impression. Look at that. Right here. The road's right there. It's right there. You can't see that, but it's right there. Yeah. Structure's right there. Watch, you guys. This thing goes up. I'm gonna. Look, I'm straddling the. Try that. Beat me up, Scotty. Actually, don't today. I don't want to go with you guys. I want to go with my Bigfoot Universe guys. Look at that. You guys aren't them. That's all I know. That's a field goal trident. I can't show you. And everything is connected to it. Look at the star structure, guys. All right here. It's impossible. Okay? Look how pretty. That's pretty. It's pretty insane. I hear a little breeze up there now. When I first came in, because of the clouds, it got overcast, and man, did it get cold because of this. As soon as the sun goes away, ooh, it drops like 10, 15 right away. At least 10 instantly. I mean, what the hell? Amazing, the snow hasn't melted there, and it's the only place here in the sun. You guys, thank you for letting me walk around the other day without killing me. I really appreciate it. It was really nice of you. I looked right, you guys, there's a whole story. Remember, it's not just what you see on the camera, okay? I can't film everything. I'm just exaggerating. I had some days, I had some fun that day. What'd I just see? They just did it. I know they just did it. Where is it? It's right there. Hold on. I can't see because I lost when you put your eye up to it. I think it's right there. When you put your eye up to it, the eyepiece has like a little rubber thing that goes around your eye. Well, that rubber piece is now gone. So the sun. These guys won't leave. If they're sitting there, they'll just stay there. It's crazy. It's like a little walk. So I normally never do this, but people really got this. So that I was really happy. I don't care about anything as long as you guys are like, oh my God, I saw them. That's real. Even people that aren't really used to it, like that have trouble with some of the timestamps because they use their logic. Remember, the only trouble you're having is with yourself. This is the truth. So if you're struggling, you're one of those people like, I don't know what they're showing. Why is it always blurry? Remember, this is you. You are the problem. There's an answer perfectly, the easiest answers for all of that stuff, okay? Why is it always blurry? Are you kidding me? Because I go like this. Okay, res is already down, okay? You take a picture, boom, we're gonna screenshot that, and then you're gonna zoom in. You can already see the blur, okay? This is 2021, not 3021, okay? We're still using new cameras. So just stop being such a simple, common, whining, know-nothing nobody. I speak for almost everyone that's listening to this video is telling you that, okay? It's not just me. I mean that very nicely. So let's take a quick walk, okay? It's just a real quick visit. I'm not going back up. I know they're up there. Oh my God, do I get goosebumps in here. Sharon, you were getting... Where's Sharon coming out of the blue and energy overload with all these timestamps and it just goes to show you, you know, and she's part of the group already. I mean, it's just any one of you guys can you don't have to be a troll. Just come in, you can immediately be part of everything. Be one of just right up there at the top with everybody, with all of us. There's no one on a pedestal, okay? I feel like that's nuts because people will say that to me, like, Mark, oh my God, you know, believe me, don't, if you're a researcher or something, you see that, that doesn't go to my head, okay? Hey, you are a pretty birdie. Listen to every word I say. What you doing? Good boy. Hey, girl. Good boy. It's amazing, you know, to be able to get it next to a bird in the forest. It's because they're used to these guys or they're sending them near me. Look at the whites. I don't have to prove anything to you because you just watch the last video. If somehow you watched this whole video, because this is one of my worst videos I've ever done, just because of today, there's that thing with the dirt. Oh yeah, it's such a trip. I never come back, you know, so like right away, that was such a spot right there with that pile of dirt inside there. It's a pile of dirt. I'm not trying to reshoot, but I'm not excited about this. This is so much better. I need to be here versus where I was today. Like that world, I can't wait to show you guys. It's like, I call it the boring world, but it's pretty not boring too. Isn't this weird? This is where the ants are. There's active ants, looks like a deer stepped there. And then you got the topsoil pile. That's not ants right there. No ants, I promise. And then their crazy structure, which I think they did last year. I think he was in there when I passed by. Sharon's getting them all over the place. What you guys doing? Don't worry, I'm not gonna waste your time. It's been a long day for me. I didn't get anything accomplished. I didn't even get to enjoy the day that much because it got really windy. Oh my God, I was like getting blown sideways on the motorcycle. I'm doing this because you will get timestamps right here. They're right here. Okay. I don't know which ones, but certain ones will be right here. This isn't really, I don't think it's Sasquatch up there. I never saw that last time. How did I not see that clump? It's a clump on an X. We always look at these clumps, there's something about them. Not supposed to make sense to you. Look at their hill. That's why I never did check their hill. Like I couldn't see this, but at the top, I was at their seats. You guys, at the beginning of last video, I zoom in on one under their log, okay? He's right there. There's a couple smaller ones with him. He's right next to me. I can't see him. I saw him clear as day. I knew he was there, but my hairs were standing on end. And then I jump on top of the log, which is right there. It's right there. That's exactly what I was just talking about it, and it's right there. Then I went on top of it, and I walked up like 10 feet. I realized in the video, I'm like, Mark, you're standing right on top of his head. He was right behind that bush, underneath that tree that goes higher up. There's like a gap. I'm pretty sure that's it. It's either that one and there's another one right up in there. And that's all. I just wanted to kind of stop by. It's actually late. It's about 6 o'clock at night. It's getting chilly. I took my jacket off because it was hot for a second at the bike, but now with the sun gone, it's getting chilly back here. I've been out. This is the longest I've spent out and not really got anything accomplished. Mostly because of the time. Where I'm gonna go, I can't get there. It's all closed down and 4 feet of snow. It's melting. Check it out. Look at this. Look at that white. Sorry about that. Look at the white one they did. Goes right into the bush. Always look at the bush. They might not be. I don't know. You know, these guys. You know, I can only tell you what it seems like. Look at the X in the water. I don't know what they think of me. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, these guys, they love, we have the best relationship. You know, that happens. This, I don't know here because the first thing I have to do is, give them the rules, right? They have these rules, and that can make it seem that way. I think that's just common sense. The other one is I get these vibes. They can go beyond them a little bit. The rules you can bend via with your brain and little sightings, things like that. Just a little bit, depending on where you go. Look at that black one. That's amazing to me. Did I ever show that last time, that black one? See, they'll be all over this hill. Things that we don't understand as well. Remember, Bigfoot's the minority, okay? Sasquatch is a minority, okay? There's not just Bigfoot and Sasquatch running all over the place. Most of these guys, in my opinion, which could be absolutely wrong, all look to them. They are the leaders out there in this unseen world. Doesn't mean necessarily right here, but they can show up. They make visits. There's UFOs flying around. Don't be surprised if a Sasquatch can fly a UFO, okay? It's like Chewbacca, and Chewbacca's real, okay? I have filmed 3 or 4 Chewbaccas and some other people as well. Literally with the chain and everything across his chest. That's real too. Amazing, isn't it? I've realized just about everything we've heard of, or any tale or myth that you've ever heard, typically there's some truth to it. Like real ones, like Atlantis type things. You know what I mean? It's all real. Or there's some truth to every little story and myth. That's where we got it from. There was a time, guys, where we didn't even have an imagination. You can only imagine with knowledge, or with pictures, or with thoughts. And if you have none, except the deer, the food, we were idiots, okay? I'm sure there was always a few people that shined, right? But they didn't know what to shine with. They didn't have anything to go on. It's one of our problems today. All of our thoughts are just one giant ball of confusion because we're thinking really with no real knowledge. You know what I mean? I'm talking about me. Like in a sense too. I've never been back this far. I just want to see, the road's right there. I just want to see what's going on. It actually comes up to the road a little bit. Look at there. That's that crazy structure, it's right there. You'd never know until you walk up there how good it is. Look at the trees going uphill. It's impossible. That hill is like 80-degree angle. It's meeting right, and then there's the big structure. I filmed it last time. It's right there. What about the one in the tree I got? That's a really good one. He's in the tree. You cannot miss him. I have a giveaway. It's not to promote, guys, they do that on channels to get more money, to make money. I'm giving something away. I got to figure out how to do it because so many people deserve it, but I just have these extra, they're very nice, okay? Beats Audio headsets, but they're like the sports ones, they wrap around your ear. I don't like the wraparound part. But once they're on your ear, they don't come off. Mostly because I can't put them in my helmet. $159. I bought them at Christmas because I had to have music or something to work. I was doing videos on the plane and I had no headsets. I didn't have a choice, so that was the only thing I could get where I was. I was so upset about spending that much money. But I want to give those away. They're brand new Beats Audio Bluetooth headsets. Power Beats, they're called. Google them. They just dropped the price. They're down to like $130 something in Costco. I'm sure Amazon, though, they're holding their own there. Look at the two going uphill over there. It's so blatant, it's almost unbelievable. Are we starting to catch on? I tell you, man, when those clouds come in like that, immediately the temperature drops and it makes it windy. Like if the clouds cover the sun, it gets windy. It's amazing. Look at this place down in here. You can tell they're running all around in there. but not all day. My lower back is about to fall off. Don't care. It can hurt all at once. I told it, my back is not a part of me. I said, listen, go ahead, don't care. You're not stopping me. So today is my actual little break with tinnitus, and I call that like tinnitus nation in there. Make up your own word. I go into these energy things. They're just in here. They all just are in there. I've never even shown you down in here. You can walk all through in here, and if I go in there, my ears go freaking crazy, and that's where the branches are going out to the river and going like this and then sending it back in, and I can only guess and say there's something to that because of what happens to me. They're all right there. They watch me right from up there. I mean, they could be right there too, but the ones that I feel like the heavy hitters that are up there, I don't know. I just always felt that. I know they are, because once you go 100 yards past that, there's a leaning trident. Remember, very important. Tridents, if it's just sitting there, so if I walk here and there's a trident right here just standing there perfectly, it's a marker, okay? If you see a big trident, sometimes they're 20 feet tall, 30 feet tall, sometimes only 10 feet, and it's leaning. I don't care if it's just leaning right on these trees right here. Check underneath. Whenever it's leaning, it's where they hide. If it's just standing free, it's a marker. Guaranteed, that's a fact, okay? Remember that. Remember, I have thousands of people that are gonna go try to do that, and if I'm wrong, they're gonna tell me, okay? I've never been wrong once, because I never told you anything I wasn't sure of. I just want to show you this spot. I walked away in the last video I did here, and I was like, you couldn't see, I'm like, and there's rocks there, and you couldn't see the rocks. So there's like this little hiding little place from the road. It's just to be blinded in here. And then they have these little piles of rocks you couldn't see in the last video. You know, it's hard for me. You could see this 10 billion times, and it's hard to understand why that's a spot. You know what I mean? Like, I struggle. I'm never going to lie to you and tell you that I'm all over that, because I don't know. There's certain things I'm about to freaking lose my mind, because they won't let me figure it out. It's like if I figure it out, they like take it away. That's what it seems like. There are certain things that they don't want us to know about right now. Because I'm telling you, it's not about right now. It's about because of what we refuse to accept and know about them already. What comes with them is beyond anything you could think of in your wildest imagination. There is so many factors of why that's going to shock you to death. And they know that you can't even handle a stick. So when we can handle sticks, then we can move to the next level. Video, I'm zooming on a rock over here. You can see them. It's actually right there. It's over on there. And there's this rock face. You can see him. He looks like a rock, except he has a perfect body. And he's standing right in front of a boulder with a staff in his hand. You can see it perfectly, okay? It's just that it's blended in. You as a human are looking for something obvious like black or something. He looks like that rock, except he's standing in front of it with a staff. Just look, okay? Once you see him, there's no going back. I can see nothing but them. I saw something moving up there. I still think it's early, because you know why I think that? Even though I can zoom on them and film them, I don't get the activity with me early. It never happens too early. It's usually like June. That's when, this next world, my next huge world I'm gonna go to before the gates open is, that'll happen there. It should. I don't want to jinx myself. But I gotta tell you, I can zoom in on them. They're in some other state, or they're not like whistling or wood knocking, or it could just be, because where that happens to me the most, I haven't been yet. But I'm starting to believe when it's still below freezing at nighttime and stuff, it's still different. I don't know though. Hey, let's check out those rocks. It's still there. Remember that last zoom on my video? I was across the other side, but I zoomed on that rock, and you can tell it's so blatant that they did it because of the way the water just comes up around it and stuff. They did that because I see them do it dry all the time. Right in there. Moving out. Check this out. Like, I've never thought to even look in there. Like, I always come down, like I come here. Not always, because this is only the third time I've shown you this, but because this is near my house. That's why I'm here, because I've been out all day. I've been out for 12 hours already. The only way I know is because of my lower back. Otherwise, I feel great. Like, I have no lack of energy whatsoever. I did go back through town because I was on the other side of the world here. For me here, I was probably 60 miles from here on my first part of the video, which you probably may have seen already. I'll probably mix these together. I don't know. I don't want to have two boring videos in a row. I'm due for a boring. You guys, look at this pile. There's no cuts. It's a pile. There's no way. So they did this. Well, I mean, all their structures are there, right there. I mean, this is their spot. So it's not hard to believe, but they did that. I just don't know why. So look how you can walk around it. One of the other reasons we want to be out here is because they do have devices and things. Now, most of the time, you have to look very carefully because they can be right there and you won't know. It'll look like a stick. That's the thing. The devices themselves are tricky. See, right out front, there's an X. They did that to try to. It's triple with a field goal. Look at that. Isn't that weird? It just cuts off that little thing. You go through this. They put that like that. Look. They put in extra sticks so no one would want to walk there. And then, except for me. You guys, that stick made me walk here. And then you have no cuts, no nothing. Someone picked up every one of these branches inside the forest by the river on off trail and did that. That could be them cleaning up. I don't know. I don't know why they would pile it up. Look, some of them are new. Look. Oh, dude, look at that. I'm like, dude. I have no idea. Like someone was standing here and be like, dude, look at that. Even though I don't say dude. Look. What is going on? Look how this goes to the water. You guys, I think it's a fake plane. No, I'm just kidding. I know, you know how I know that's real before I even zoom? Because of how slow it's going. The thing's probably going, he's in his 4s now, maybe? He's between 3, it's impossible to gauge exactly from down here, but he's between, based on that jet, he's between 350 and maybe 5. I don't think he's at 5 yet. They go a little faster sometimes. It depends on the jet. And you can tell that thing's dogging. Like he's loaded down coming out of Denver, most likely. Aren't I smart? All right, now where's Mr. Whitey coming from all of a sudden? Hold on a second. It's amazing. Every time I'm here, something else that I just never saw before is right there. Or right there, or down there, or 4 miles up. It doesn't matter. It's all the same and it's all them. Let's see if we can use this folder. What is that? Just a rock. Okay, so I think it's a rock in the way the sun's hitting it. That's why, because I know every inch of this place. I mean, in a sense. Every inch as far as, you know, anything that's going to stick out. Like look at their trident marking the entire mountain. That is the marker right there. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. For all of that. Remember, we don't understand a lot of it. I don't understand a lot of it. We just think they come out and sit there. I mean, that might be the case only. In most cases, there's exceptions to every rule. But, you know, remember, it's more than likely that everything they do, everything they are, everything that's happening right now across the street, this guy that's staring at me, making my hair stand all the way up on end. What the hell? Hold on a second. I forgot what I was saying. You guys, this guy's close to me, behind me. Something's going on behind me. I know it. I don't know if you can tell. I just felt I was talking over there. What do you say? We're not see, Mark? That's why. We told you, and then you're zooming. I'm like, I know, but I have to because I can't be here unless people help me. That's not me asking for help. It's the reason I grabbed the camera, because I'm here for you guys too. I can't. I do personal stuff, believe me, but most of it now I'm getting the camera out when it's happening because of you guys. You help me do this. It's like you're right here with me. I am getting the camera out. Tough shit. Until they tell me not to, I'm going to be slightly more aggressive this summer. And it's one of the reasons I've told you why I've predicted ahead of time why this summer's going to be so good, because they don't even have to change much for me to make it better. I just have to change. Because there's so many times, you guys, I could have took footage a few times that would have made me the most famous person in the world. Believe it or not. There's those two rocks. We got them on those rocks right there. Look how unusual they are. If you can guess what song I'm going to sing, I'll give you 50 billion. They're not there. If it looks like it, it's still not them. I know when they're on those rocks, trust me. I filmed them on those rocks 3 weeks ago, something like that. It's not them. Because they know I know. No matter what, those rocks make a little pareidolia-like faces. Not these, but those two. That's one of their spots. Right there. Look at it. It's two rocks standing up. Come on, what's my song? If you can guess, it's $1 billion song. Only probably mommies will know mostly. Or dads too, but it would have to be like my kid's age. Look at it. Break. What is it? Try that quadrant. Pat, you sent me a good picture. He didn't even see it. I was like, I bet you didn't see him, because his stuff, but I knew he didn't in this picture where he was at, because it was one of their real deep tricks, like when he is literally in the tree. He's a part of the tree, but you can see his face perfectly. And you guys, right below that, right there, right below that, I filmed that ghost thing. Just see, he was coming out of like a box, and the box had X's on it, and there was a dogman, like a cloaked figure behind him, and he had a belt on, and he was holding something. You guys, you don't know how well I could see it. Not on the camera, at home. And then I upload it to YouTube, and you can still see it, but it's not even half as good. It's so bad. Once you upload it, I was so disappointed, but I'm like, you know what? At least my active people will know. You know, that's probably what it's meant to be. None of this is meant to make Channel 5 news. They're not ready. The stuff I filmed this blatant. This isn't a skit. It's just happening. It's just happening like that because I'm forgetting and then I remember. Look at that down there. There's so many structures in that. Try it. The sailor went to sea to see what he could see. But all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. That must be really confusing. I'm sorry, I have a terrible voice. That must be really confusing to Spanish people. What in the hell is that? I'm not going to put it to my eye. What is that? It's so blatantly black. It's almost unreal. Totem pole. The dog, man. I wonder. I should have went over there. I'll bet you it's better up there. I know it's better up there. Look at that. So I was zooming, that's where the ghost dude is. Hold on, sorry about that. Over there, I was up there and I zoomed to the ghost dude down there. I can see the top of his structure from here. And this, by the way, it's not just two of them. Behind them are all these, like these type dude faces, like Sasquatch, like ancient, prehistoric looking faces. I'm not saying that's what they look like. See, up there is better. See, no, I'm not saying that that's better than like where I was the other day, but in a sense, like for the camera, you know, like it just becomes insane. And sometimes those places are where they have no choice but to route you and sometimes make noises. And I really like that. I don't even care why. If it's because they're communicating or they're just trying to distract me, don't care. Like I would prefer them communicating, but it's just the confirmation of that is just such, you know, it just makes it all real. You know, it's just such an amazing thing when that's happening. All right, enough's enough. I owe you guys, sorry about this video, it was kind of boring today. Are those elk or? Yeah. Right, it's an elk? Yeah. They're not huge, but they're elk. That thing is stomp you to death too, like they can kick your ass. Like they will run from you, but if you ever like cornered one, that thing is, even a small one. Stay over and out. If you don't talk, then I can't give you any hay. I can't give you any. You gotta talk to me. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna leave unless you talk. Why is he not doing it on purpose? There he is. And I told you, good boy. Is she bothering you? That's why he's afraid she's gonna kick him. So you say over and out. Good boy. You talk to, God, Jesus. Yes, I'm speaking to Jesus. I'm not using his name in vain. Like literally it was calling for his name. Yet your breath could kill any human being on contact. That's how bad your breath, I mean, I'm talking, you guys, it's so bad. Your breath is so stinky. It's ridiculous how stinky your breath is. Don't get my hand caught in there. Yeah, see? Now it's you, it's caught in there. How do you like that? Oh boy. Only cow in the world where you could literally take a 2-year-old. You'd have to be careful that he didn't put his, like, because you know, the horns could hit by accident, but he would never like intentionally hurt her. He's being funky because of these. He's never seen these before. What do you want? All right, since you were a good boy and you talked to everybody, I'll give you some of this even though I'm not supposed to. Let's go. Who's my boy? Who's my boy? Who's my boy? You stink and your tongue is black. You stink. You are psycho. That cow just assumed kill me. This one loves me. All right, well, that was about it. I was gonna, so I got the camera just to say, like, because you should have seen the way the deer were. I was standing at this fence with Eddie. They didn't see me. I had my motorcycle helmet on still, and I was watching the deer. Then they spotted the elk, and then they started gradually, very in a row, very slowly going to the fence. I thought they were gonna jump it, and it would have been a really good National Graphic moment, like the deer checking out the elk. But I think when they got close enough, it was either me or they realized there was elk, because they definitely saw me. I think it would be the elk, because why wouldn't they just go anyway? Like, they're not scared. There's a dog up there that'll chase them. He'll start barking shit. That dog, even in the house, is going to know they're there. All right, so, sorry, I want to put today up, I really do. I don't know if I caught anything there today. I didn't really have any personal, like anything personally great happened today, but can you say over and out? Uh-huh. What? What? Over and out.